All right, fellas. No matter how many times I talk about this body game shit and how different it makes life, you guys don't understand. You guys don't listen to me. That's actually why I like to bring forward some examples from TikTok. So today we're gonna be reviewing a video. It's about some dude talking about there's a misconception that women don't like fit men when in reality they don't. Because what a lot of people don't realize is even though women say one thing, they mean another. You just got to watch their actions, not listen to what they say. And a lot of you guys don't do that. A lot of you guys just listen to what they say, ignore their actions. It's like they're hanging with the fit dudes since high school. They've been dealing with the football players, basketball players, the fit dudes. They've been commenting on fit dudes shit. They've been DMing me, my homeboys, my fit homeboys, all that shit. But they say they want a chubby dude or a big boy, but they don't follow through with that shit. You feel me? So let's get right.
I be seeing videos on here saying like women don't like dudes that work out, but that's cap. Like I'm trying to tell you right now, like most of the time, it's a natural thing for women to like guys who are fit. Like yeah, some women like dudes with dad bods or whatever you want to call it, but most of the time though, a girl's gonna pick a dude that's physically fit over a dude that's not. And if it's some women who don't like dudes that work out, 9 times out of 10, they don't work out themselves. Because if they don't work out, why would they want their guy to work out and be looking good? And they just like, damn, like, I'm not looking a certain way, but my man is looking a certain way. He looking good. And I don't want to have to worry about extra competition because he looks good and I might not. But for women who work out...
Facts, man. But listen, so there's a few points I want to get into. So as far as dudes being, fit, girls are always going to pick the fit dudes over the unfit dudes. Obviously, if two dudes have everything, they have the same, they both make six figures, they both make the same amount, right? They both got like the same facial structure. The fit dude is going to stand out because first of all, he's going to be physically fit, which is a sign of discipline. It's a sign of masculinity, obviously, and discipline. Like I said, but your jawline's actually going to pop more as well. All right, because my jawline, not gonna lie, it was kind of fat when I got fatter, obviously, right? It was more bloated. It was fatter than this when I was fat. Period, right? And a lot of guys in the comments, I know you guys have been on both sides of Bodygame, or maybe you're lean and now you're getting fatter and you're noticing the choosing signals going away. The reason they're going away is because you're not at the finish line anymore, all right? Women are not attracted to out of shape dudes. You saw the Rick Ross situation. Although he has money, the genuine desire wasn't there. That girl wasn't kissing him. He broke up with her. Simple shit, right? But in reality, when girls say stuff like, oh, I want to do with the dad, but I want this, I want that, that's cool, right? They say that for social media because that's politically correct. In real life, they're hitting me up, right? And I know he said like, if a girl doesn't want a fit dude, it's because she's out of shape or insecure. She's gonna desire him, obviously. But even the out of shape chicks, the BBWs, even they want fit dudes and they prefer fit dudes and they chase fit dudes. Matter of fact, obviously as a coach, I've trained a lot of women. Obviously they're overweight and they're trying to lose fat. Some would classify them as BBWs and stuff like that. They were always chasing fit guys. A lot of them had a crush on me type shit. We kept it professional. But a lot of those girls had a crush on me, but they were chasing like lean guys. And a lot of them would only, hook up with like leaner dudes. You know what I mean? Dudes who are, 20% body fat max, but usually around 15. And they'd be like, yeah, I'm with this guy right now. And he's lean because most girls prefer aesthetically pleasing men. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? It's like when you sculpt your physique, it's hard work, it's consistency, it's discipline, but it makes you stand out. All right. If you put me around a couple of fat people, I'm going to stand out because you see the shoulder to waist ratio, right? It is what it is. It's not more complicated than that. A lot of you guys overcomplicate it and throw in all this other stuff. It's because you haven't experienced it because you've never worked on yourself. You've never worked on your physique because best believe everyone who has some muscle, everyone who's put on some muscle, they've done it with intention. They're intentional. They have direction in their life. Everybody else is kind of just eating whatever. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Let me binge eat. Oh, it's July 4th. Let me eat a hot dog. Oh, we're going to a basketball game. Well, let me drink a bunch of beer. And they look like they do that, right? That's what the average person looks like. When you have a good physique and the V line is showing, it naturally makes women naturally desire you. All right. Now, even if you're talking about relationships, right? Even if you're talking about relationships, your relationship is going to be smoother when you're doing what you need to do and she's physically attracted to you. If she's not physically attracted to you, then she's going to make up some bullshit and give you a bunch of shit tests because, she's trying to overcompensate. You see what I'm saying? So being in shape, women are always going to prefer men who are in shape. You saw it in high school with the football players and the basketball players. You see it in college, right? I know a lot of times there's some clout mixed in there too, but my first impression when I went to college and I saw the Q Dogs and I saw the football players, out of everybody else, if we keep it 100, they were the most fit people there, right? And I remember because my first year I went to FAMU, I was not fit. I was lean. Well, I was skinny. Never mind, I was skinny. Let me not cap. I was skinny as shit, right? So I remember like the football players and the Q Dogs had some muscle on them. So all the Q Dogs, they were more aesthetic than me than I am right now. And they were like, doing their dance and shit, asserting dominance, and they had clout, right? So that was two things that they had. But I also remember there was this one dude, low key dude. He didn't really talk to nobody, but motherfucker looked crazy. Like his shoulders were crazy, and he was always wearing like a tank top, just eating by himself. He used to have all the bitches, bro. He used to have all the hoes, bro, because they were attracted to his physique, obviously. All right, a good physique is a sign of discipline, consistency, ambition, all masculine traits. All right, and remember, femininity is attracted to masculinity. It's not that complicated, guys. All right, so if you're fat as shit and you're like, I can't get any chicks, it's because you're fat as shit. Wait, that's superficial. I want someone who wants me for me. Who are you? Someone who's undisciplined and plays video games? What is that? Like, what the fuck is that? You're literally on pace to accomplish nothing at that pace, right? And when you play video games, you pick the leanest motherfucker because you're inspired by lean people, all right? So women are always going to desire men who are desired by other women and men who inspire other men. If you're out of shape and you have no discipline, how the fuck can you inspire anyone? You don't inspire anybody. You're just sitting down eating cookies. You're sitting down playing video games. How does that inspire anyone? Anyone can do that shit, right? Because in reality, being lean and being on this discipline shit is so fucking rare. Half the people are taking roids or taking some retrotrutide or taking some anavar. That's what half of the people are doing. The other half of people are making excuses to see, why they can't reach their goals. So being consistent, being locked in, that shit is rare. All right, that shit is really, really rare. So when you are actually locked in, you're lean, you will stand out. It is what it is. You're going to stand out. And yes, women do prefer fit men. Take this from someone who's seen this all their life, and I was on both sides. I was skinny, and I didn't get any attention from chicks. I thought it was normal to not get attention from chicks. That's how a lot of you guys are right now. If you're skinny, you're younger, you're probably like, oh yeah, chicks they just don't care about me. They're rude, and then you're watching some shit online, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're impossible to please, blah blah blah. And then you get in shape, and all of a sudden, all that shit goes out the window. All those standards and all that goofy shit they have, like, oh, you got to be making, 6 figures a year, bro. All that stupid shit, or oh, I only take people who make 5 million a year, and on the side they're smashing some dude who's living with his mom or some shit like that. That's the reality, but he's in shape. You know what I mean? So women are attracted to the physical, just like we're attracted to women who have good bodies. Women are attracted to the shoulder waist ratio. It's very simple shit. But I'm just saying this over and over. I know some of you guys know this already. But I'm saying it over and over because I know a lot of dudes, right, who used to be fit in high school, fit in college, and then they lost their fitness and they're wondering why they can't get chicks. I'm like, why don't you look at your pictures from 4 years ago when you were shredded, right? Now, I know you were on the football team and all this other stuff, so you're just, shredded by default because you're running a lot, but that's the reason you were attracting chicks. Besides the clout on the football team, you had a good physique. Now you look like absolute shit. Like you literally look like absolute shit, disheveled. Like women aren't gonna be attracted to that because if you don't take care of yourself, that means you don't love yourself. No self love, you're not gonna be able to pour that out, right? You're not gonna have anything to pour out because the highest form of discipline is self love. So if you're not loving yourself, then you really have nothing to offer. To be honest, if you're not putting your best self out there, stop expecting the best. Like a lot of you guys say, I want a girl who's fit and feminine, and you're fat as shit and you're feminine.